So, Juan Diego, what was that transition like between, aerospace engineering, then getting into the airline world, and then kind of learning about all of that and moving from kind of network planning to fleet to strategy to ancillary, right? Just talk us about kind of the subject matter transition and your experience through it.
The subject. So in the university within the engineering degree, there was the final project that I did, and I chose a subject of the liberalization of the air transport in Europe with the open skies, because I thought I was always passionate about how low cost airlines had risen in Europe and the endless opportunities that they open for the people, connecting businesses, connecting families, connecting friends. And it really, I think it's at the core of the European vision. And I was always super intrigued about the low cost airlines business model. How could they offer €1 fares or even 1 cent? So that's where it all started. Then I got the opportunity at IATA, which I was super glad. It was a bit more generic though, so I started like in the consulting business. I was super glad to be part of one of the uh, organizations that have been leading the industry for over the last century or so. So yeah, so I learned a lot from that. But then I also understood that I wanted to work for an airline and see what it was like, the real life, and the feeling the airline, knowing what the different processes were, and then I got the opportunity at EasyJet, so I moved to London. And it was great because it was going to answer a lot of the questions that I had around the low cost business model and how they were able to offer such cheap fares. And my time there was fascinating. I learned a lot of things, and I hoped around different areas, which gave me a good understanding of the different processes and things that happen at a low cost carrier. So starting with operations and how efficient the operation needs to be, so and how the costs need to be contained so that we're able to make money. And then, sorry guys, the light went off. 1 second. There you go. Like
You were talking low cost, so it's all good.
the lights went off. Um, so uh, so yeah, low cost. So learning the operation, how it is necessary to have a very efficient operation to reduce the cost. And I thought that was the core of the whole business model. And then I realized, then I moved to commercial, and then I realized that was a given. The operational part was a given. It was a must for the low cost business model to exist. And the complexity was to actually extract money out of it. And how do you convince customers to pay a bit more and bring them with you? And it was very interesting to learn how they base the aircraft in the different places, how they strike deals with the different airport operators and the different organizations, tourism organizations or tourism boards,